We're looking ahead to history happening tomorrow. Maryland is just hours away from starting a new chapter with new leaders. Governor-elect Wes Moore will be sworn in tomorrow afternoon as Maryland's first black governor. Aruna Miller will be the first woman of color to serve as lieutenant governor. Now, needless to say, this is a significant shift for Maryland.
And so as we look ahead to tomorrow's events, we're doing it with the help of someone who has family ties to something happening before the oath of office. John Henry starts you off one step ahead tomorrow with this report from Annapolis tonight.
The inauguration begins in a little less than 12 hours, but tonight many Marylanders can't help but think of the historic moment that lies ahead. From the top of Main Street all the way down to the banks of the Severn, everyone in Annapolis knows a historic change is right around the corner.
Because it's an exciting day.
What Wes Moore will achieve Wednesday when he becomes Maryland's first black governor has not been lost on black residents like Chris Haley.
I think the door is actually opening for all of us now, and that's what this represents to me.
Haley works at the Maryland State Archives.
I'm the director of the study of the legacy of slavery.
He's also related to Alex Haley.
Yes, he is my uncle.
The author behind the landmark book and subsequent TV series, Roots. It's at Haley's Annapolis Memorial Wednesday morning, where his nephew says Moore will meet him and well-known black leaders to reflect.
This is a spot where kidnapped Africans were brought. And so here we are in 2023, 200 and some years after slavery ended in Maryland, November 1st, 1864, and we're going to have a person of African descent who's actually going to be named the governor.
Can you explain what it means to be black in America and also see a leader that looks like you?
You see stories about any progress in the United States of America, you often do not see any person with a color that you look at in the mirror. If we could start opening the door to our sight and to our vision of well, maybe I'm not automatically cut out of the great American dream.
How do you expect young people to look at this?
What you should really take out of this is that you can do this too.
Now, the ceremony at City Dock is private, but just a few hours later, at the inauguration, the public will get to see Wes Moore become the third black person ever to become a state's governor in America. John Henry, WUSA 9.
It's an historic day, so how is the governor-elect feeling about his big day? Well, he spoke to Get Up DC's Larry Miller about that.
Are you ready for Inauguration Day? It's going to be a long day.
It's going to be a long day, but I'm so ready. Yeah. You know what it is? I'm ready to get to work.
How is that day going to look different, feel different from what we've seen in the past?
That day is going to represent something pretty historic in the state of Maryland. But the thing that I want people to also see is not just the two faces that are going to be inaugurated. I want people to pay attention to the crowd. We are going to watch people from all over the state, also because we actually are providing buses and shuttles for people to come from every corner of the state to come to Annapolis to witness it for themselves.
And Larry Miller will have much more of that conversation tomorrow morning on Get Up DC. He'll be anchoring live from Annapolis ahead of the inauguration. And you can watch our coverage of the inauguration events live on WUSA 9 Plus starting at 11:30 and on WUSA 9 News at noon.